Kelvin. Slightly delayed because Mr. Ray stepped in poo. Dog poo. Now he's gone to clean it. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, sorry for the delay.
Yeah, what happened?
I must have stepped in some dog poop while I was coming out of the backyard there this morning on the way in, so I had to go clean that off.
Happens. We all do that.
Yeah, a lot of landmines in that backyard. So let me just clean that ball up. We got a nice little lesson plan for you guys today. All you need for this bad boy is 1 to 2 dumbbells. So we're going to do a little EMOM again because when you're in isolation, EMOMs are the way to go. So we're going to do, in the first minute, we're going to do a dumbbell overhead hold for 20 seconds. Then we're going to bring that dumbbell down. We're going to do 6 to 10 clean and jerks on that arm. And then we're going to switch sides. So we'll run through that for a while. Then we got 3 to 5 2-minute AMRAPs of 10 lateral hops over the burpee, or over the dumbbell. No burpee, so use lateral hop over the dumbbell, and then 5 thrusters on each side, and we'll continue through that for 3 to 5 sets of that 2-minute AMRAP with some rest in there. Then we got some bicep curls, all right, skull crushers, and then close, narrow push-ups. Okay, Gary, did you see that video of me getting the band, breaking the band?
Yeah, I did see that.
That's good,
That
eh?
was good.
Is there any way that you could loop that into this?
Maybe. I'll have a look.
That'd be good. What were you gonna ask?
Was it cut or was it just old?
Okay, so it was cut because it was like a big, long TheraBand. Because you see how easy it broke when the first time I pulled it? Like, yeah. I barely pulled it and it broke. But then the second time I ripped it and it broke in my face. So let's get this party started, shall we? Okay. I'm going to set my phone up here. That's the one.
Hold on, just need to...
So let's grab, if you got one of those timing apps on your phone, like I said, my suggestion for you guys would be the WeTime app, because then you could take videos and have a timer in the videos as well. You get the timer too. And there's a pretty good selection of timers. You can't get super customized, but you can pretty much do everything with this timer. And I'm not affiliated with the WeTime app, although I met the owner of the WeTime app in Bali. Nice guy, his name's Pablo. Pablo, if you're watching this, shoot me a sponsorship. So let's get 20 minutes on this bad boy, every minute on the minute. We're gonna do that 20-second hold overhead, and then our 6 to 10 clean and jerks, single arm clean and jerks. So with the hold, not too much. You need to kind of think about technique wise, except for my arm's not bent. I'm not like this, whatever. I want to try and keep that bicep right up against my ear, and I'm extended and kind of actively pressing in. I'm not shrugging into this dumbbell, right? My shoulders are back and down still, but I'm actively pressing into this dumbbell. My chest is now kind of engaged. My lats are fired. I got that bicep tendon in my triceps, all supporting that weight overhead. So now when I bring this thing down, and I'm gonna go straight from the hold into the clean and jerk, I'm gonna try and bring the dumbbell out like a kettlebell swing it between my legs, bring it back up to that front rack position, and then I'm going to jerk, stand, bring it back out. And so you can get into a pretty good rhythm like this for these repetitions, right? So I'm trying to like push that away from my body, swing, bring it back up, catch, and stand, okay? If you want to do like a shoulder to overhead, hey, Kelvin Hall, if you want to do a shoulder to overhead, like a push press, that's fine. I wouldn't suggest, if you're not really familiar with, say, a push jerk or a push press, I wouldn't suggest doing these strict press, especially if you have a bit of a heavier dumbbell, because that's going to get pretty old pretty quick, all right? We figured it out yet, Gary?
No, it's giving me a little bit of an issue.
Okay. Well, let's do this. So, every minute on the minute, let's say, we'll see how we're going. This is meant to be a 20-minute EMOM, okay? With these EMOMs, I always kind of put, a bit of a, suggestion. Okay, so 20 minutes would be where you would stop if you're not getting the right kind of stimulus out of this. This is becoming like a real knock 'em down kind of EMOM here. You can shorten it up, or if you're a little bit short on time, you could shorten this up as well to some sort of even number like 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, right? But let's go for the 20 here. So we'll go in 15 seconds and get our little timer out here. Pablo, 10 seconds. This should take the majority of a minute as well. So I'm up and overhead here for 20, holding. And then I'm going to go for 6 to 10 reps of the dumbbell hang, clean, and jerk on my left arm. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whammy. So my suggestion weight-wise for this one would be, if you're like an RX kind of advanced athlete, 2, 1, and hold, would be about 22.5 for the gents and 15 for the ladies. If you want to be a bad mamma jamma, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Clean jerks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9, 10. I think my wife put this shirt in the dryer because it's like shows my belly button off when I put my hands above my head. So like I was saying, if you want to be bad, 25 would be heavy. Up and overhead here. The shirt's supposed to be a double XL. Brooke probably shrunk it. Thanks, Brooke. 5 seconds.
Maybe she wanted it tighter.
Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. 10 reps. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Luckily for me, this is a 10 kilogram dumbbell. That's all I kind of have available at the moment. It's the heaviest one we got here. So don't worry, I'm not sandbagging it. I picked the heaviest one we have. Okay, so we lent out some equipment and the heavier ones went away. Okay, here we go. That's a 20 seconds. Let's go for the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have you got a haircut lately, Gary?
No, but I really need one.
Yeah, I really need one too. Who's your guy or your gal?
Nah, I'm pretty chilled. I just usually go wherever.
Yeah.
Like, if I just go to the one near here or one near home.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Then yeah, wherever. I haven't found like my go-to.
I'll tell you a good story. There's 8, 9, 10. When I first moved here, I lived in Dianella, and I used to go to the Dianella Plaza, and I go to Supercuts, I guess like a Supercuts or some cheap haircut place where you have to like buy a ticket, and then you give it made no sense. You buy a ticket, then you give the ticket to the barber, and then they give you a haircut. I don't know. It was weird.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that happens anymore.
But this was like 2016.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, I got lucky, and here we go. That's our 20 seconds. I got lucky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And got a few good ones in a row. And then one day, the lady that I had been seeing was gone, and this new one was there, and she messed my head up. I never went back. And it was too good to be true, because it was like a $10 haircut. I was like, whoa, haircuts are cheap in Australia, but it was just there at the Dianella Plaza. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for 10. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Haircuts would be cheap at the Dianella Plaza, though. I think the collective age of that hung out at that mall was about 85.
Yeah, it's a seriously cheap haircut.
Yeah, good value until it's not good value. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Here, let's go for 10.
One that's quite memorable is just one where it was a bit more of a boys' barbershop, sort of they give you a beer,
Yeah.
sit down, and it's just some guys. A bit more of a boys' club.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to this barber for a little bit, and he had whiskey all the time, but I don't drink, so
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, I guess, like if you like whiskey, but I didn't benefit from it. So,
No, if it was like you had a choice of a beer or cider,
yeah.
whiskey just seems on the extreme end.
Yeah. I don't understand, because I don't drink, but I used to. 2, 1, let's go. I don't know how people can drink. Like anything that's not a beer, there's 3, 4, and enjoy it. It just tastes disgusting.
Anything that's not a beer.
Like sipping tequila. Who sips tequila? Some psychos. Or like drink like a whiskey. Please. But that's the reason why I stopped drinking, because I probably had a bit of a problem with it anyway. I wasn't drinking it, I was guzzling it. All right. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Eight, 9, 10. I used to go to this place when I was a kid. Way better than drinking was they had Super Nintendo, and you could play Super Nintendo while you played or while you got your hair cut. And then later in life, I used to get my hair cut there as a kid, like when I was real young, and then when I was about like 10, 12, my dad actually became friends with the guy who owned it. It was called like Dippity Doos or something like that. But I didn't even want to get my hair cut when I went there, and let's go ahead for 10. You could play video games in the waiting room.
That's pretty cool.
So why would you want to go get your hair cut? You're playing Super Mario. Seven, 8, 9, 10. I don't need nobody touching my hair. Get away from me. I'm playing Super Mario. Okay, so that's 11 down. 3, 2, 1. Let's pop this up.
Yeah, some nice gimmicks or something fun.
All right, here we go for 10. I love a good gimmick. 3, 4.
I'm sure a lot of kids just go on their phone or give their phone to your kid.
Yeah, it's not as cool, man. I don't know, when I see like a little kid, I get real, on like an iPad, I get real judgy.
Just like, I'm sure when you have one,
Yeah, it's different. I'm sure.
you just want to.
You want them to shut up because all they do is ask questions and, what's this? Why?
I'll just tell it to go research.
Yeah, go research on the internet, unsupervised.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered, unsupervised. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Man, can you imagine? Like, I know this is people talk about this all the time, but do you remember I remember when I first discovered weird stuff on the internet. These nerdy guys that I didn't really talk to in high school, and then I started smoking the devil's cabbage, and then we became friends because they were hilarious. All right, I can go ahead for 10. And they used to show me Brian Peppers. You remember Brian Peppers?
No.
Oh man. They used to show me weird stuff on the internet, not gross stuff, but just I don't know. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then these guys were legends, and we became friends. And they showed eBaum's World and stuff. Do you remember eBaum's World? The forum on eBaum's World?
I don't remember that, no.
Man.
Oh, I wasn't shown that.
Oh, it was good. There was lots of funny videos and stuff, people getting hurt and whatnot. Anyway. But, when I met those guys, it was in the library, and I was in study break or whatever. It was a class just for studying. And you used to have to go on the internet or use the encyclopedia. Could you imagine looking stuff up in the encyclopedia now?
Yeah, it's just Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Use the old Urban Dictionary. How boring is that though? I'm gonna look through the U's to find something that starts with U. All right, here we go.
Well, yeah, the dictionary, just...
Yeah, but if you wanted to learn about a certain subject, right, you'd use the encyclopedia. If you're oh.
But there's only minimal knowledge that they can stick in there.
Yeah, there's nothing. Let's go. It was a couple sentences. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. 4 more.
4 more. So is it 20?
20.
Damn.
Yeah. This one would get pretty nasty. I think if this was a heavier dumbbell, I wouldn't be talking about the encyclopedia. That's for sure. I'd keep my mouth shut. But who fact-checked the encyclopedia? Could have been fake news, you never know. What if they just kind of slipped a couple things in there because no one's gonna fact-check.
I assume it goes through some form of government body or some...
Oh yeah.
Something.
There you go. That's what you want. Government.
Well, maybe not government, but officials.
Nine, 10. All right. Yeah, some government official telling me what to do. Whatever. All right, here we go. That's a joke. Government, don't come in here. Gary and I are well beyond 1.5 meters apart. Nothing to see. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Second to last set of both arms here, so I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 19, 20. What? some thrusters and some hops. And let's go 20 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. One more. 2, 1. Let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Okay, so that's us done on that first bit. We got some lateral hops and thrusters now, but before we get into that, bit rushed in getting us started because I stepped in dog poop. But we'll warm up the legs a little bit before we get into those thrusters, because I know my legs, my knees, my ankles need a bit of prep. So grab a post, get that foot on the post, and let's get into the Achilles and that calf a little bit there as well. Couple pumps, see if you can get that knee nice and close. You know what, like somebody made a meme out of that band video. It's like, have you seen the gym fails videos from isolation, like the isolation gym fails? I'm gonna be one of them people now.
Ah.
I'm gonna be like, somebody's gonna get a hold of that and make like an isolation gym fails compilation, and it'll be me.
Why not? That's a pretty good one.
It didn't hit me in the face. It looked like it hit me in the face. Let's just lean up against the wall here.
Even better.
Yeah, no, it didn't hit me in the face at all. So, thankfully. So if you haven't seen this video yet, I have like a band like this. And I was doing like an instructional video. So I had like a band like this, nice sturdy band. Perfect, nothing happened. Then I grabbed like one of those TheraBands. It's almost like do we have one here?
No, I guess it's just like a...
One of those like physio bands. It's like almost like a ribbon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a ribbon. That's
okay, and so I already had a cut in it. And there's like 3 different red ones that we have at our house. So I grabbed whatever one, I wasn't paying attention, and I wrapped it around the post, and I just stepped back and it went poof, and exploded. And then I'm being all cool, and I'm trying to say, listen, that one was cut, like, not a big deal. I didn't break that. It was already cut. And then I put it back on, and then I pulled it, and it snapped in my face, but didn't hit my face. So I look like a supreme idiot, but it's good entertainment. Oh, can't have that. All right, so let's get into this other lat real quick. But yeah, no, I'll be on gymfails.com in a week. You watch. All right. Oh, you know what you should do with that video, Gary? I'm thinking anyone could do it. It'd be you. It'd be like, you know how people will do like they'll have like a video of someone like falling and they'll make like a thud noise and then they'll match it up to like the beat in like some song. It'd be like,
oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
you could do that. I wonder what like snap with a band, snap to the face, what song like starts like that, and then you could just play that.
could always emphasize the sound or put an extra sound in there.
Yeah. Oh, let's get into the bottom of a squat here real quick. Move those hips and knees around a little bit. Hey.
Yeah, it's just on the roof.
Get out of here. What do the crows like sound like in the UK?
Not like that.
No, they don't.
They're just
the
normal.
crows we got don't sound like that either. Those sound like, sometimes they'll sound like a cat or something. Or I find
It's just
anyway.
a weird sound.
It's a weird. All right. So, lateral hop over the dumbbell, like we did. I believe we did this last week. Same deal, right? 2-foot jump over the dumbbell. You're bounding back and forth for 10 repetitions. So it looks like this. Don't trip over the dumbbell and roll your ankle. So keep your eye on the dumbbell is what I'm saying, okay? And then you have 5 thrusters on each arm. Thruster is going to be a front rack with the dumbbell. So I'm in the front rack position. I'm going to squat and then push, press this up over my head for one fluid motion, okay? We're gonna do 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 3 to 5 sets, okay? So, we're gonna do 3. If you wanna do 5, do 5. Because I really wanna do this last bit with the bicep curls and stuff. That looks fun. So, I go in my WeTime app, Pablo. I go to A and B interval. Interval A, I'm gonna go 2 minutes. Interval B, I'm gonna go 1 minute, 3 rounds. All right, 15-second countdown here. And we'll go. Start with the lateral hops over the dumbbell. Let's start on this side. 2, 1, let's go. 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dumbbell down and hops. Back to the thrusters. There's 5. 4. And that's 5. Good. Hops. are we? 15 seconds. Oh. All right, that's pretty good. I don't know how many rounds I got. Probably like 10. Probably 15 rounds. So I'll start from the top with this one. Don't finish, or don't pick up where you left off. We'll start from the top each time.
So how many are you doing?
So you're doing 10 lateral hops, right? You're 5 and 5 thrusters, but you're doing that for as many rounds and reps as possible in a 2-minute time period. And we're doing 3 sets of that.
Oh, okay.
And then we rest a minute afterwards. Four. I didn't actually do 10 rounds. That was just a joke. There we go. Back to the hops here. Oh, look at that trick.
The silence has kicked in.
Ooh. What is? Me not saying anything? No.
It's just when it gets a little bit more intense, people obviously get quiet.
Yeah. Although, you know, I love to chat. Absolute nonsense. But when these things start getting tough, I quiet right up.
Like anyone.
It's like what?
Like anyone, really.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be efficient with my breath.
Even with like games, like you can talk and then it gets intense and you're like,
Yeah.
silence until you finish.
All right. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2.
Cool. Thanks for the share.
3, 4, 5. Thanks, Dan Schaefer. That's my friend Dan. Shout out to CrossFit Zone, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. if you live in Victoria, BC, go to CrossFit Zone.
Is Dan from Canada?
What's that?
Is Dan in Canada?
Dan is in Canada. Not to be confused with Victoria over east. Talking about Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. All right. All right, a little under 15 seconds. I think that's 10, I don't know. Oh yeah, good. All right, so if you want to, you can continue on for 2 more sets, but I want to get a nice little treat in with you guys here. So I'm going to stop there, but I would suggest maybe doing that for the next another 2 sets.
So is that 5 all up then?
Yeah, so 5 sets of the 2-minute AMRAP, the 10 lateral hops. You do that and the 5 thrusters on each arm for as long as many rounds and reps as you can in that 2-minute window, and then rest a minute and repeat. Start from the top each time. It's just easy that way, I find. I guess you potentially could pick up where you left off, but I would try and treat these as 3 to 5 separate little working pieces. And if I was like really focused on those pieces, maybe how I would do this is I would bump this up intensity wise on each interval. So maybe I would start at like a 75 or a 70% kind of effort, so like a sustained pace, right? So just to kind of get a feel for it, and then I would bump that effort up a little bit each time, and I would see, and this is a good kind of indication of how well you know yourself and your own fitness in terms of like your conditioning and your aerobic capacity, I guess. And see if I can get a couple more reps each time, right? And then I'm going for it on that last one. If I go for it on that last one and I do 40 more reps than I did in the previous rounds, then I sandbagged it too hard. If I get less reps than I did in the first couple rounds, obviously, my capacity isn't at that level, and I went too hard in the start. So ideally, like it would be a very slight incremental improvement each time, right? And you know yourself whether you're gaming it or you're not, right? So that's how I would do this one. Now, here's a real treat. We got bicep curls, okay? Skull crushers, and close grip push-ups. So 2 to 4 sets, and this is at your own pace for quality, not for time, of 10 bicep curls, 10 bicep curls, 15 skull crushers. I'll show you what a skull crusher looks like, and then narrow push-ups. So if you have 2 dumbbells, awesome. If you have 1 dumbbell, we're good, okay? You could even do this with a barbell. If you had a barbell, like an empty barbell would be fine. I would do 20 bicep curls, 15 skull crushers, and then, or maybe I'd do 10 bicep curls and then 20 at the end. We're doing 10 and 10. If you have a barbell, do 20. Just go for it. Hey, never hurt to do a few more bicep curls. Am I right, Gary?
Well, I mean, as much as you can do.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking to see if we have a bar.
Not sure.
I don't see one.
Just use a stick.
No, I'll use a dumbbell. All right, so let's do this. Grab your dumbbell. And I'm not a bodybuilder by any means. So technique-wise, okay, I don't want to hear it from any bodybuilders out there saying, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about with a dumbbell curl. Whatever, okay? I got 24-inch guns, so who cares? All right, so in the supinated grip, I'm going to keep my upper arm in place and pull that dumbbell up and contract at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6.
No swinging.
7. Yeah, no swinging. 8, 9, 10. If you only have a heavy dumbbell, you can do a little bit of a swing, okay? That's fine. With whatever you got available, we can work with it. But if you can, control the movement the best you can. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good.
Do you want to do single arm just so you can keep more core exercise or something? 'Cause you could do two at the same time, but you're doing one is...
Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter because you got 2 different dumbbells, right? So if it was a barbell, like maybe you would have some compensation from one side to the next, right? Like in terms of like, say you're compensating like with your right arm a little bit more than your left arm, right? And you don't even really notice it, and you probably wouldn't notice it by just like by looking at yourself. But with dumbbells, it's going to be 2 separate implements. So if you're doing 2, you can do 2 like this. That's great. I'm just using this 10 because those bad boys over there are 9s. I need that extra kilo.
Ah, yeah.
For the gains, Gary.
So yeah, otherwise you would do 2 at the same time.
Yeah, I would maybe go 2 at the same time just because it's quicker and get that over with. But if you don't have 2 dumbbells, you only have 1, then I would do 1 and 1. And it does, yeah, you're right. Like you got a bit more like core engagement if you're doing 1 at a time,
So
right?
otherwise you got like equally. But
yeah, balanced, right?
Use a tiny bit of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a bit more functional, I guess you could say. And people, please don't tell me that bicep curls aren't functional. Think about it. Shoveling food in your face. I'm doing ring muscle ups. Bicep curl.
Picking up your animals, just...
Yeah, I like to grab my dog like this. I actually do, and because I'll flip him up on his back and I'll carry him like a baby. My other dog doesn't like being picked up. All right, 15 skull crushers. So skull crusher, it's a tricep exercise. And this is going to, what is this going to do, Ray? Well, it's going to help any like overhead pressing,
skull crushing.
Crushing people's skulls and souls, if that's what you're into. So any overhead pressing, strict handstand push-ups, kipping handstand push-ups, handstand hold, like the stronger or the bigger a muscle, the stronger the muscle. So I'm going to press these out. Okay, nice straight line. My upper arm is going to stay in the same spot. I like a little bit of a roll and then press.
Keeping your elbows tucked in, I'd assume.
Yeah, don't let them flare out. 14, 15. All right. And then you got your 20 narrow push-ups. So you could almost do these like diamond push-ups. Get a better angle here. Like diamond push-ups. But what I find with diamond push-up, right? For one, you're making the Illuminati symbol, okay? Not good. Two, it tends to, people go like this, flare their elbows out. I want to have my elbows kind of backing down. So I don't really make the Illuminati symbol, right? Because I'm a God warrior. No, I'm just kidding. So I'll keep my hands pretty narrow, right? I want them just narrower than I would do a normal push-up. That's all you really need to do. So this one's kind of up to you and how you want to execute it in that sense. So if you can keep your elbows in a nice position and you can have your hands together, that's fine. So we're going to do 20 of these bad boys. Oh, man. Jesus, Gary. All right, so rest as needed in this one now, because you don't have to put like a 1 minute rest or a 2 minute rest. Rest when you're ready. This is an accessory to your normal training. These are accessory movements, bodybuilding movements, whatever you want to call it, okay? So you rest as long as you need to uphold that kind of quality of movement that we're after, okay? Do you ever hear about that workout, Gary? I'm buying myself time here. You ever hear about that workout, Gary? That was like, you can add an inch on your arms in 24 hours.
No,
So there was like,
that.
when I first started training, way back when, 15 years ago, I would go to the YMCA with my buddies, and I used to always buy Muscle and Fitness magazine or like whatever magazines that were around. I didn't do Men's Fitness because they sucked. Like Muscle and Fitness, and then like Flex magazine, like they're pretty good. They had like it was a little bit more hardcore. That they had this one workout. It would like circulate every little once in a while, and it'd be add an inch on your arms in 24 hours. And it was obscene. You had to take like a whole day in the gym. So it like only worked if you had like a day to do nothing except for hang out at the gym.
Yeah.
And you had to have like all the food packed and everything. Like it was an event.
Jeez.
And so they had like the food protocol was like you had a banana at this time, a shake at this time, you ate a meal then like this. And what you do is like you basically split the day up, I want to say, into like 4 sections or 3 or 2 sections. And it would be basically like bis and tris this way, rest for like a couple hours, eat some food, then go back, and then you do bis and tris like another way, and then you do bis and tris again a couple hours later, but the way that you did it the first time, and then you rest, and then you do it again. So then apparently 24 hours later, your arms would be an inch bigger.
Probably because of swelling or just...
I was probably swollen or something. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I don't think you would actually like grow muscle. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I think that'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, I feel like it similar to how you feel after normal gym setup where you kind of feel bigger because they've just been working out.
Yeah, your muscles engorged with blood, and then like who knows, maybe like the next day it's like you got like some sort of like rhabdomyolysis or something, and like blood pooling in your arm. Who knows? But I always loved that. I actually tried it once for fun. It was good. Yeah.
If it's all the rage, why not?
Oh, well, I was living in Philadelphia and I was playing professional lacrosse, and we had a gym in the apartment I lived at, and it had everything I needed, and I was like, had nothing to do that day. So I was like, let's do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I didn't gain an inch on my arm, just saying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Maybe it works for a certain type of people.
Yeah. I think, you know who else made that? So like this predates Vince Piana. That's his name. No. Was it? Rich Piana. Vince Piana. Rich Piana. He was like this freak bodybuilder guy that died recently. And he had like these massive arms, but he would inject oil into his arms. So, but he was still like, I'm not to take anything away from a guy. He was still jacked and had huge arms, but I think that they were oil enhanced. Anyway, he brought the workout, the 24-hour inch on your arms workout, back after it kind of died off and made it famous again. Now people think it's the Rich Piana workout, but it was way before Rich Piana, Rich Panini, that weenie, came out with it. I came up with it. All right. 15 skull crushers. Piana. I'm coming for you, Rich. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about the skull crusher. You could almost, here's another one. So I actually prefer doing the skull crusher with one of those easy curl bars. They're like the bars that have like a bit of a bend in them. You see people doing curls with them all the time. I like to grab with like a pronated grip on this side. And if I curl my wrists up like this and I do my skull crushers, I find it hits that tricep a little bit better. These ones, if you have any like issues with like elbow tendonitis, are probably not the best idea. So I would stay away from these if you have elbow tendonitis of either type, lateral or medial epicondylitis, right? So, or you can just go real light, but I would try and do these almost in that same fashion where I have that bit of that curl in my wrist, like I would if I had an easy curl bar. And you might feel that a bit more. Neutral grip's fine too, but that just kind of bothers my elbow a little bit. All right, now to the push-ups for 20. Narrow. Piana, come on, let's go. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 17, 18, 19, Piana. Let's go. All right. That's us wrapped for the day. So, recap, You got the EMOM, all right? Every minute on the minute for 20 minutes, or any, I would say even number after 10. I do 10 at the very least, okay? Now, if you can do 12, 14, 16, 18, good, okay? On the first minute, you're gonna do a 20-second overhead hold with a dumbbell, then you're gonna go into 6 to 10 clean and jerks, hang clean and jerks with the dumbbell. Rest the remainder. It's gonna probably take you about like 45 seconds to 50 seconds. Rest the remainder, then you're going into the same thing on the other arm. Then we went into 3 to 5 sets of a 2-minute AMRAP of 10 lateral hops over a dumbbell, 5 thrusters on your right side, 5 thrusters on your left, or if you're left-handed dominant, go lefty first. It's up to you. All right, and you're gonna rest a minute. So AMRAP means as many reps and rounds as possible in that 2-minute time period. Start from the top each time, okay? Then, and like I went over that big, long thing about knowing your own fitness and increasing your pace. Do that, increase the pace incrementally each time. If you didn't hear what I was talking about, rewind this after we post it and you'll hear me talk again. And then we have the accessory work, or the bodybuilding work, accessory work, okay, of 10 bicep curls if you have 1 dumbbell, 10 bicep curls if you on the other side, all right, or you got 2, 10 at a time. 15 skull crushers, and then 20 pianas, 20 close push-ups. Okay, so Patreon account, if you guys would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon account to help support this all continuing on, that would be great, greatly appreciated if you could do that. If not, that's fine. We're here every Thursday, actually for every day. We're here every day. If you want to be with me, I'm on Thursday. But I suggest you get around a little bit, meet some of the other coaches. You got Kelvin, you got Maisie, you got Oscar and Corey. What a lineup. Beautiful people. All right, I'm the ugly one.
That's a good lineup.
I'm the ugly one. All right. And I think that's it. And that's Gary. I'm Ray. This is the Bodyweight Gym. And this is us signing off, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Yeah. And we'll catch you tomorrow for some more stuff.
Fitness.
Fitness. That's the one.
Peace.
We're gone. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.